All right, hello, it's 9 o'clock. Welcome to the weather update, November 29th. Sorry I couldn't do one yesterday. There's just too much stuff going on. I was just tired from all that aggravation I had. Though I'm happy to say that I've been able to find I found a place to get a booster shot, but it's not on Long Island. I'm going to have to go to New Jersey. I'm going to keep trying for Long Island for the next day or two, but the point is, look, I want to get my booster shot as soon as possible. So if I can get it soon in New Jersey, then that's where I'm going to go. But this video isn't about that. It's about the weather. So again, I'm sorry I could not do the weather update last night. But today we had a lot of clouds around. Some breaks of blue sky, especially in the afternoon, but fairly cloudy day today. A lot of clouds. You can see here all the clouds billowing in the sky there. Just a lot of clouds around, even though the models didn't predict it. We're going to look at the satellite, and you can see, look at all the clouds that we had over our area, particularly over Long Island, and some over Jersey, too. I mean, everybody was pretty socked in here at this point, despite they were saying it was going to be mostly sunny, and despite several models saying it was going to be mostly sunny. We're going to talk about that as well. But before I do that, let me go and look at the past weather for the past couple of days here. We'll take a look at islip first, and you'll see we got up into the mid-40s today, so a little warmer maybe than yesterday. Excuse me. It only happens this place is so dusty. So, these old places, but it doesn't happen when I'm on the outside. But anyway, I know I should have my air purifier on. That reminds me to put my air purifier on. Anyway. Looking at yesterday, we had a lot of clouds around yesterday too. It was pretty chilly. It was cloudy all day. There was some light precipitation in the morning. Didn't really amount to very much. Some areas had like a very light dusting of snow, but as far as yesterday goes, not really a very eventful day, just a cold and cloudy day. And overnight, you could see really radiate that much. We got generally into the 30s for lows. And then today, we were into the mid-40s. For your temperatures. This is again looking at islip right now, 34 degrees. Let's go look at our current conditions outside. And we will look now and see temperatures are in the mid-30s. Generally, no radiational cooling going on because we've got the wind from the northwest. Dew points in the 20s. Temperatures in the mid-30s across Long Island. New Jersey, though, looks like they're getting some radiational cooling. They're in the 20s, actually, so it's actually a little colder in New Jersey right now than it is on Long Island. 28 in downtown Toms River, 27 in the Pine Barrens west of Toms River. So let's look at our lows this morning and our highs. I don't think there was much radiational cooling, but we'll go ahead and we'll look. Well, there was some in West Hampton. It got down to 25 there. The rest of us were in the mid-30s for the most part, 34 for a low at Islip. Let's take a look at New Jersey. See if their Pine Barrens got any radiational cooling. Not really too much. I see a 27, though, around Lakehurst. Now for the highs. A little warmer today than it's been, but still below normal. Mid-40s, so 45 at Islip, 43 at Farmingdale, 43 at West Hampton, 43 in Central Park. Let's see how it was, if it was any warmer in New Jersey or cooler. 44 in Toms River. Not really. Generally, mid-40s was the rule for today with the high temperatures. Looking at the models, all right, so what I'm going to talk about here first. Let me actually go to an actual weather map to show you here. Go to the Weather Prediction Center. To show you what we got going. So you can see there's a clipper coming. Here's this clipper right here is what we're going to be dealing with. And a little warm front here, all right? It's going to come, there's actually going to be a little warm up, especially as we get toward Thursday. So getting back to the models, I'll show you how they screwed up today. And then we're going to actually go back to last night's run at 0Z. So 0Z Monday, we're going to actually go back to that. 0Z run on the NAM first. All right, this is the 0Z run on the NAM. No, not 30. Last night, 29. All right, with the skies, because it was very, very misleading. So if we look here at the NAM, this is the 0Z run. You'll see. All right, it's got a few clouds, but it just has a few clouds popping up around noon, and then has the rest of the day having plenty of sunshine. The RGEM also screwed this up as well. Going back to the RGM here. And again, this is yesterday, and if you looked at the RGM, you would think, okay, things are going to clear out, especially as you get toward the afternoon, like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. But it never did. So there's a lot more clouds than we thought, but I could see just by the look of it that it's just underestimating the clouds. It really is underestimating the clouds. So I had to point that out to you. But now we'll go back to the GFS model, and we'll go to regions and the CONUS view and look at our weather map. So we have this we have this clipper coming through for tomorrow. A chance of some very light precipitation, maybe light wintry precipitation or a sprinkle. Not much of anything. A weak high pressure builds in for Wednesday, which will bring us, and it might bring us more of a westerly flow, which may mean a little more moderation in temperature. And it's also the first day of December. And then for Thursday, we start off with a chance of rain in the morning. Otherwise, it will be dry. We have a low pressure that's going to be passing to our north, and then that's going to wind up in New England, bring some cold temperatures to our area. You can see again the isobars there, and if you look at the temperature anomaly, you'll see. Actually, it looks like it's actually, because the low is going way up into Canada, the worst of the cold air is probably going to stay to our north, it looks like, on this particular run here. All right, let me go back to the surface here. Because it's going to the north. That high does eventually kind of slide down into our area, so it'll bring some cooler temperatures. And then as we get into next week, we have another Great Lakes low that could bring a soaker, perhaps Monday or Tuesday. That moves away. And then we start seeing a little flatter of a flow. So we were originally hoping there was going to be a big plunge. We'll have to see. I'm going to look at this, but right now it doesn't look like. Maybe it's pushed it off now to the middle of the month that we can have a big plunge. Let me look at the temperature anomaly chart now. So you can get an idea. And you can see much of the country is above normal now, except for the east. As we go into tomorrow, we're still slightly below normal. Wednesday, we moderate to around average, but you can see, look at that, the whole west half of the country being above normal. And then as we go into Thursday, we start seeing that well above normal stretch across the whole country. Here we go, just in time for December, just when you thought we'd finally get some cold weather in. Now, here comes that cold air, but you can see the worst of it's going to be sliding right to the north of us. We'll get a taste of it on the weekend. And then we go above normal again in the next week. There was supposed to be a plunge next week, but looks like it's not happening. And, yeah, no plunge. So we're supposed to get a plunge, but it looks like now we're going to be above normal once again with no really big cold air. This is a big change from... Let me go back from a couple of days, at least. All right, so this is today's run. Let me go to Sunday's. Let me go to Saturday's run, 18Z. You can see how it's changed, because there was a big plunge on one of these runs. I got to find which one it was. I don't know if it was Saturday, or it might have been the day before Saturday. It was right around that Thursday, December 10th time frame. There was supposed to be a big plunge. It's backed off a little bit. Let's see, I think it was maybe Friday it showed it. No, not Friday. I know it showed it somewhere. Am I losing my freaking... Oh, here we go. Here, it was right around Wednesday, Tuesday. So this is what it was supposed to look like around Tuesday, December 7th. It was supposed to be a big plunge. And let's go to the 18Z run for Sunday. You can see it already took it away. So, yeah, because I didn't do the weather update yesterday. So it was a big change from the previous run that we had this big plunge that we were going to have here, and then it kind of just took it away. But anyway, we're going to look at the jet stream pattern, and you'll see why we're not going to be getting that big plunge. And this is very disturbing. We thought we'd finally get into a cold pattern, and boom, just goes right back to this crap again. So let me just pull this out to the North American view here, and we'll show you the jet stream here. I'm going to go to the 2250 MB here. To show you the jet stream here, and you'll see here, there's that trough that we've got here. You can see it just gets to be a flatter, more zonal flow as we get into the weekend. There are a couple of small troughs, but you can see the jet stream again is deciding to be up in Canada, and the troughs just seem very, very transient in nature. We don't really have the blocking around Greenland that we need to keep the cold air flowing. So, yeah, things are going to get warm again. And, well, you know, it's probably not going to be good for getting clear skies either. That's why you got to savor those clear days when you can get them. So let's take a look at our next chance of precipitation, which is a slight chance of precipitation for tomorrow. 0Z run for the HRRR. So here we go. HRRR 0Z run, and you can see this light snow, light rain mix that might wind up affecting us sometime tomorrow, perhaps in the like noon to like afternoon. Very little in the way of precipitation from this. Barely anything really on this. So barely anything. I'm not too concerned about that. And then after that passes, Wednesday we start developing that westerly flow and the temperatures start rising. Let's start with the temperatures here on the HRRR. And tonight it will be cold though. We'll be going to the 20s, but tomorrow we'll probably have the one last day that's going to be really below normal with upper 30s. Probably highest probably more like in the low 40s. But then again, with all those clouds around and not much sun, it could be hard to warm it up much past 40. Tomorrow night will probably drop to around freezing, and then for Wednesday, you can see the temperatures now moderated to the mid-40s, which is closer to normal. Normal high is supposed to be in the mid to upper, probably upper 40s, I would think. I got to look at I think it's like upper 40s for a normal high at this time of the year. And then if I want to go any further, we'll have to look at the GFS, but we can look at the dew points as well, and this kind of shows you. So we got that westerly flow developing. Here we are for Wednesday. Still got kind of, more of a westerly flow, but look what happens as we get, we'll go into the GFS now. Look what happens when we get into Thursday. It goes more of a southwesterly flow. That's going to bring in that warmer air, all right? And then for Friday, here comes the next shot of cold. This will be the last really good shot of cold air, so definitely want to enjoy it. Friday, you can see the temperatures dropping, dew points dropping into the mid-20s, and you can see there's that really core of that cold air. That's just going to be just off to our east over New England on Saturday. That core, really dry air there too as well. We're looking at dew points here, not temperatures, but just to show you the wind flow. But once that pulls out, then we're stuck in this crap flow again, and you can see we could be dealing with some warm air. Let me go now to the temperatures. Now that I showed you the dew point and wind flow, let's go into this. So this will take us into Thursday here, and you'll see temperatures over Long Island will be in everybody's going to be somewhere in the mid-50s probably for Thursday. And then we have that slight chance of precipitation in the overnight hours for Thursday. But like I said, I don't think it's going to really amount to much. Let me go to this right here so you can get an idea. I don't think it amounts to that much either. It's going to be another one of these light events, chance of light rain. So let's see total accumulated precip on this. Very little. We'll have a little more detail when I can look at the HRRR tomorrow night for Thursday. I don't think any of the other models go out that far. I can look at the NAM, maybe the NAM 12 at 18Z, and let me see if they go out that far. If they can take us to Thursday. Yeah, but you can see, very little. I guess this is the NAM accumulation map, so it's really not much. It's been very, very dry lately. So let's go back to the GFS, and we'll go back to the temperatures to where we were before. So here we are on Thursday. So again, there's that warm-up. Here comes that cold front for Friday, and that cold front will probably start knocking temperatures down, probably into the low 40s, all right? But that core of that cold air, you'll see, will probably go just to the north of us. So if you're in, like, Maine, you'll probably won't even get above freezing. But for us, we'll probably have highs in the upper 30s and low 40s. And then once that moves away, here we are into December 5th for Sunday. And you can see still cold. You can see that warm air building. Here it starts coming to the area. Here's Monday, another weak front for Tuesday. And then here we are Wednesday with more warm air. And then Thursday, we'll see it knock down a little bit. But you'll definitely see above normal temperatures. Not a blowtorch pattern per se, but definitely not really any bitter cold coming to this pattern. There's definitely going to be some warm days interspersed there. So let's go now to the sky cover. And for this, I will use the RGM because the the GFS is kind of low resolution, but we'll start with this, I guess. So you can see tomorrow we'll be socked in with clouds. I think Wednesday we're going to have some sun, but it looks like a lot of clouds around too. Thursday, again, probably see that sun breaking out in the afternoon. Here we are for Friday. Maybe a clear day on Friday, but I still see a lot of pop-up clouds. Then for Saturday, it might be clear just to the north, and we're going to be dealing with cirrus, according to the GFS. But again, that's a ways out, and I don't really want to go any further out than that on the GFS for the sky, because accuracy that far out is not great. So let's go to the RGM next. Here's the RGM for tomorrow, and you'll see, well, plenty of clouds around. Wednesday, it looks like we're going to have some cirrus around, so it may not be a clear day on Wednesday either. Thursday, we'll start off with the clouds, and then we may have some breaks in the afternoon. And then as far as Friday goes, we'll have to watch for the instability cloudiness developing. But anything further out than that, I can't really say at this point. But you know how hard it is to get a clear day, which is why you got to take advantage of the clear days you can get, because it's just so hard to get them. We used to be able to get them more, but thanks to climate change. I mean, you'd think today was supposed to be a mostly sunny day, but it turned out to be quite a cloudy day, despite what everybody was saying, because there was one model out there that did actually have the cloud cover right, and it was the HRRR was indicating a lot of clouds popping up. But other than that, again, this is the clipper here. You can see a little bit of that snow over there in Ohio. But as far as us goes, expect plenty of clouds around tomorrow, and maybe Wednesday we'll see the sun a little more. But as far as getting a nice blue sky, I can't tell you when that's going to happen. So that's going to be it for this weather update. So take care, and thanks for watching.